Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my second update for my deck of painting project pan that was created by Emily from Emily and Max. You guys know how much I love Emily. So definitely go check her out. If this is your first time catching a deck of painting project pan video, definitely recommend checking out Emily's introduction where she chats through all of the rules, all of the things that have to do with this project. I do have quite a few rollouts today, which I'm really excited about, so we will be rolling some new products in. And if you're interested in seeing my update, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project painting content, palette themed content, or just chit-chatting about makeup, I'd love if you'd consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. Okay, you guys, I tried to fiddle with my lighting a little bit, so I hope it's okay. Also, it is not near the end of the day, but my makeup has been on for like 8 to 9 hours, and I wore like a tinted moisturizer already. We're like, the face is rubbing off, but we're gonna film anyway. We're gonna film anyway, and it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna go in order that these products rolled in. So starting first with my Dose of Colors Baked Browns eyeshadow palette. I rolled this in for the prompt, pick your space, and the space I chose was a chopping block product. I recently included this in my project about these products will self-destruct, old makeup products in my collection that I need to either use or lose by the end of the year. So I gave myself the goal of finishing up this shade completely, and I actually recently repressed this and have hit another pan there. You can see right there. We are getting so close to finishing that shade off. I anticipate, of course it's gonna get super dark now. Okay, hopefully that fixed it a little bit. The sun will come out immediately after I adjusted something. Anyway, I anticipate by the next update, this product will be a rollout because I will have completed this shade. And if that is the case, this product will also be saved at the end of the year, and I will get to keep this product and it won't self-destruct. But we are still working on completing that shade, so this will remain in the project. After that, I had another pick your space, and for that space, I selected an SPF, and for that product, the sun's coming back out. I feel like I'm gonna edit this video and be so annoyed, and something tells me I'm just not gonna like it at all. So editing stuff, if you feel that way, we can post this video anyway and just fix it in the future. Okay, I rolled in my Supergoop Unseen sunscreen for the prompt SPF, and I gave myself the goal to finish this off, and it was a lofty goal because when I rolled it in, it was literally brand new. I took the like little thing that was over the opening off. So when I rolled this in, I was about here. Last update, I estimate I was about here, and today I estimate we are about here. So I'm making steady progress. I feel like I have been really trying to make an effort to remember to reach for this, and now that the weather is gonna be getting warmer, I hope that I reach for it even more. This does have an expiration date of April of this year, so in 11 short days, this will technically be expired unless it's end of April, which maybe we'll go by end of April. I do have a work trip to Las Vegas in April. I will bring this with. Hopefully my skin won't burn. But I know we're gonna be working on this probably well into like June. The good thing about this is I do like this kind of as a silicone-like primer, like a pore filling primer. It wouldn't be like my top choice for a pore filling primer, but it does kind of have a smoothing effect to it. So I feel like I can get away with using this just as a primer. Like once it's expired, I can still justify using it as like a smoothing primer. So I'm gonna keep chugging away at this until I'm able to finish this off, but we've got a ways to go with that product. I'm gonna apply a little bit more gloss. The current gloss on the lips is the new one from Huda Beauty, the Faux Filter Lip Gloss in the shade Glassy. I really like this. It is like a smooth, really nice non-sticky formula, really like actually glossy, but I think I've come to terms with the fact that Lawless Forget the Filler is still my number one, okay? In case you were wondering, you heard it here first. Okay, next up I have the Very Victoria lipstick in the shade, the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in the shade Very Victoria, and I rolled this in for the prompt a splurge item, and I gave myself a 12 use goal with this lipstick. I was at 4 out of 12 uses going into this update, and I reached for this an additional 2 times, putting me only at 6 out of 12 uses, so we still have 6 uses left with this. I am someone that just really struggles to get myself to reach for anything outside of a lip balm or a lip gloss. Like I really struggle to do so. So I need to be better about this. I would really love to roll this out by next update. Like, I should be able to get myself to use this product 6 times. I spent a lot of money on it. Like, I should be using it. So we got 6 more uses to go. I'm hoping that I can roll that product out next update. Okay, all 4 of these products, all 4 of the remaining products rolled in last update, so I've only been working on them for a month. So up first, I have this primer from Tula. This is the filter primer, and I rolled this in for the prompt a gifted product. And the reason I rolled this in for a gifted product is that Tula actually sent me a really generous PR package, and included in that package was this primer, but I actually already had this primer in my collection. It's one of my favorites. So I decided to roll in the one that I already had open and try and finish that off, so that I can justify keeping the other one. So when I rolled this in, I was right about here, and now I am right about here. And what I love about the Tula primer is that it has, so when you squirt it out, it comes out kind of like a white pigmented sort of situation, and then you rub it in, and it's one of those products that kind of like the pigment beads burst as you rub it in. This one just has like a really soft, golden, light, bronzy effect to it. So if I am self-tanned, oftentimes it'll help my face match just a little bit, especially if I'm doing like a no makeup day where I like actually am not wearing makeup, but I want to add like a little bit of a tanned glow to the face. I really like this product. I also like mixing this with like the Drunk Elephant Bronzy drops if I'm needing a little bit more of a bronze. And I also like mixing this with my Herborian CC cream in the shade Claire, because this kind of does the same thing, and I just like the way that these two pair together. I did give myself the goal of using this off because I do, like I said, have a backup. So that is the goal with this one. We've got a ways to go, but this is something I really reach for quite frequently in the summertime, so I'm not afraid of using this up. I'm sure it'll be in for a few more months, but I'm excited to continue to reach for that. Next up, we have our first rollout of the video, and that is my Kaleidos Sashimi City eyeshadow palette. And I'm very excited to say that I have a new eyeshadow pan to add to my collection, and it is in this shade right here. I hope you'll be able to see the little baby pan. Can we see it? Is it too reflective? It is there. It is there. So I did give myself a goal. I rolled this in for the prompt metallic, and this is a very sparkly kind of, it's actually probably more of like a sparkly rather than a metallic, but I rolled it in for that prompt, and I use this quite frequently as an inner corner highlight. So I believe I reached for this 9 times to hit a pan, but it was already a very well-loved shade. I'm really excited to have a pan in this eyeshadow palette because this is a palette I rave about all of the time. It is one of my top 15 eyeshadow palettes in my collection. If you missed that video, I'll leave it linked down below, but this palette is a palette I talk about all the time as being a favorite, and I'm so glad that it now has a pan to just show it the love that I feel for it in my heart. So this will be rolling out because I did hit my goal of hitting pan. We have another roll out, and this product, so this is a Lawless Forget the Filler, speaking of, in the shade Velvet, and I rolled this in for the prompt and out of control category. And for me, lips in general are a very out of control category, and lip gloss specifically is the worst. Actually, I feel like maybe lipsticks, well, no, lip gloss is the word. Anyway, getting off track. I had just taken the stopper out of this lip product when I rolled this into this project, so I was really confident that I was going to end up finishing this off, and it just took me a few days to do so because I love this product so much. It's not hard for me to reach for it. I really liked the shade Velvet. I felt like it gave the perfect pink hue to my lips. It was so pretty. It's definitely a shade I would consider purchasing again. There's a couple more brown tone shades that I plan to pick up during the Sephora VIB sale. Yes, I will be purchasing some more Lawless Forget the Fillers. I believe this is my 3rd or 4th Forget the Filler that I've gone through, and I have many in my collection to still work my way through. Very excited to have another empty and to just prove to you guys how much, I think you already know how much I love it, but like, I really love it. So excited to have another lip gloss empty for this year. And then the last product is another rollout. Very excited about that. I rolled this product in for a no pan left behind prompt, and this is the Pat McGrath Vouyeristic Vixen quad. I ended up reaching for this quad a total of 3 times, and I reached for all shades 1 time, obviously. However, I reached for this shade 2 times and this shade 3 total times. So I'm really glad I was able to get some use out of this quad and show it some love. I do think after No Pan Left Behinding it, I think during my next palette declutter, which will likely be at the end of June, I think I'll end up decluttering this quad. I liked it. I will say the longevity on this matte shade was terrible, and I feel like for the price you're paying for a Pat McGrath quad or palette in general, you should be getting more longevity out of your shadows. While I do think that this shade is quite beautiful, it's definitely not the sort of metallic shifty shade I'm going to be reaching for most frequently. I definitely love like a blue or a green shifty shade over like a red pinky sort of shade. And while I think this quad is beautiful, I just feel like my collection would also be just fine without it. And I feel like I have plenty of palettes to choose from and decisions to be made. I should start laying my makeup choices out the night before, so I'm not making decisions so early in the morning. Anyway, that's aside from the point. I think that I will end up decluttering this. But this is also rolling out. And I'm excited that I get to add yet another palette to my list of palettes I've completed No Pan Left Behind style. So if you weren't keeping track, that is 3 products that we get to roll out that I've hit a goal on. And I did get a get out of jail free card last update, which I saved and I still have. So if we end up rolling something in that is awful, maybe I'll use my get out of jail free card on that. I'm gonna shuffle my cards here, and I'm gonna pull the game board up on my computer for myself really quick. I'll obviously be posting it on the screen as well. Okay, I have shuffled some, but I'll do this just so you guys know I'm shuffling. Okay, and we are gonna draw 3 cards. So up first, we get the 4 of Hearts, and the 4 of Hearts is influenced. Okay, I feel like that's a really easy prompt, and I could really grab just about anything out of my makeup collection, so that's nice. Next up, we get the 6 of Hearts, which is, ooh, baby goal. Okay, that is just like a small little baby goal you have set for yourself, so another easy prompt. And then the 3rd card that we are gonna get is the 9 of Spades, which is a pencil. Not the worst. Okay, I'm quickly gonna go look through my collection, maybe look at the goals I kind of have set for myself, like the list of 24 products I want to pan in 2024, and I'll be right back to share with you guys the 3 new products that will be rolling into this project. Okay, you guys, I picked my products, and I'm actually so excited about these additions to the project. So let's start with the 4 of Hearts, which is a influenced product. And the influenced product that I'm gonna be selecting is the KVD Dazzle Stick. I have mine in the shade Hail Surge 10. I actually used this the other day and like loved it. I was influenced to purchase this when I heard Lauren from Lauren Made Beauty talking about this. I absolutely love her just whole aesthetic, and she's always just like such a she's a beautiful sparkly queen. So I, you know, want to be a sparkly lady. So I purchased this. There it is, swatched right there. The problem with this product is I am just not the type of person that reaches for a product like this. It is like a stick cream sparkly shadow. It is absolutely stunning though, but without motivation, aside from, I don't know what happened the other morning when I felt like reaching for this, if I don't have like an extra thing adding motivation for me to reach for something, I'm not gonna reach for it. So with that being said, I think I'm gonna give myself, I was thinking a 10 use goal. Do we want to do 10? Yeah, I'm gonna give myself a 10 use goal with this. I want to use this 10 times before I can roll it out of the project. The other day, I like just put this down as a base on the inner third of my eye, and then I ended up doing a look kind of similar to what I have on today, and I loved the way that it looked. So I feel like if I just remember to like layer this on, I feel like I really can pair this with so many looks, and depending on like what sort of metallic shimmer duochrome shade I layer on top, I feel like I can do a lot with this. It's kind of making me want to like purchase another shade, even though I know I shouldn't, but maybe if I can bust through these 10 uses like really quickly, perhaps I'll allow myself. I probably shouldn't, but anyway, my goal with that is gonna be 10 uses. Next up, I have the 6 of Hearts, which is a baby goal, and for that I'm going to be rolling in my Iconic London Super Smoother Blurring Tint. This is actually what I have on today, but don't judge my makeup because like I said, this has been on for like 8 to 9 hours, and this is just a skin tint. This is so beautiful though, and there are a few days throughout the week that I have to be at work exceptionally early, and usually those days I'm reaching for this and doing, like today I actually have on heavier eye makeup than I usually do on days that I wear this, but this is such an easy product to work with. I think this is such a beautiful product. It's definitely something I'm considering purchasing again, especially as we get closer to the spring summer months where I am reaching for a product like this more frequently. What I like about this is I can honestly just apply this with my hands. That's typically how I apply this product. Sometimes I'll go over it then with a beauty sponge, but I can just apply it with my hands and it just looks very natural and skin-like. I think it's so beautiful. It is my favorite skin tint that I've tried thus far, which is why I think I might need to purchase another. Anyway though, I believe it's opaque packaging, I could be wrong, but I have like the smallest amount of product left in this before it's an empty. I'm fairly confident with just the slightest amount of effort. Like we're talking like C+, D- level effort. Is there even such a thing as a D-? I think there is. I feel like that's good to say that I've never gotten a D. Can you get a D+? Does it even matter? What I'm trying to say is with the smallest amount of effort, I feel like this should be an empty by next month. And then maybe I could justify purchasing it again during the Sephora VIB sale, which I'm also curious if this is still available at Sephora, because I feel like I saw this for half off and therefore I wasn't sure if this was like getting phased out. I wasn't sure, we'll see. We're rambling, all that to say, this is my baby bowl. And then for the 9 of spades, this is the prompt, a pencil, and I set out to finish off the ColourPop Barbie lip pencil this year. It is one of the 24 products I want to pan this year, and I'm off to a really solid start with my goals of products that I want to pan. So I know that I struggle to reach for lip liners, although I will say I've impressed myself with the amount that I've reached for this just naturally, and maybe one day I'll be a lip liner girly. This is in the shade Golden Beach. It's a really, really beautiful, just kind of natural, neutral, pinky sort of shade. And I can really reach for it any day and it'll work. Like it would have been really beautiful underneath this lip gloss. So this is how much product I have left. I am going to give myself the goal of finishing this off. I do think this will be a long haul product, just knowing myself. Maybe I'll surprise myself and really just make an effort to get through this, but I still think it'll take a couple of months before I'm able to empty this out. Goal will be to finish this though. And those are the 3 products that I'm rolling in. I think for rollouts for next update, I could definitely have this as a rollout. I also think my Baked Browns eyeshadow palette will be a rollout, and I would also love to see me use Victoria Beckham's, Very Victoria. I would like to see me use the Charlotte Tilbury Very Victoria 6 more times to roll this out. And then, you know, maybe I'll surprise myself and this will be a rollout, but I do believe we could easily have 3 rollouts again for next update. But that is gonna wrap it up for today's video. Would love to know in the comments below what products you've recently finished off, hit a pan on, let me know. Other than that, thank you guys so much for sticking around to watch today's video and for supporting me and my channel as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.